So, welcome to the third COGCast we have. Today we'll be talking about E3.
We need to restart because
Fourth.
this is the fourth COGCast.
Oh, fourth. Is it the fourth? Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
It is.
It's the fourth COGCast. Anyway, so this is gonna be E3 centered. I'm sorry, I'm too excited about E3. Forgot about the number. Anyway, so I want you guys to introduce yourself again, and then talk about what was your favorite panel on the show or on any of the press conferences that EA and Xbox had. Blackwind?
Well, like I said, I'm still catching up on the Xbox One, but it was definitely the one I'm most excited for. And from some of the tidbits I've seen, it's definitely going to be my favorite. Like I watched E3s, it was meh. I've only gotten 5 minutes in the Xbox One. I'm already enjoying it more. So
Oh, really? So,
yeah,
wait, what was your favorite again?
it's going to be Xbox, even though I haven't finished it.
How about a certain game?
I haven't finished it.
Okay,
Integrity.
fine. Burnz?
Yeah, I'm Burnz, and from what I've seen in E3, I have been really looking forward to Anthem and some of the other things.
Dregs? You know, I'm just gonna introduce.
Hello,
I'm
my name
just
is
gonna introduce
Dregs.
You guys. Yeah, Dregs.
Okay. Hello, my name is Dregs, and I really enjoyed the Xbox panel. I also enjoyed the Dragon Ball Fighter Z that they showcased. So
Nice. Miller.
I'm looking forward to The Last Night. It's one of the launch exclusives. I just love the art style and open world games, so I'm excited for that.
And I am Integrity. I'm actually very excited for. God damn, what's that game called? Life is Strange. Out of all games, I don't know why I freaked out when they announced Life is Strange before the storm. But yeah, that was my favorite. War.
I'm WarAscended, and my favorite panel was the EA panel because it was an absolute disaster, and I have never had so much fun laughing at people on live television,
True that.
live internet.
God, thank
Oh my
God.
god.
But
He
my
was
God.
so stoned or
See,
something.
Me and Burnz were in a party, and we were just sitting there like, "Oh my God, we should." All we kept saying to ourselves was, "We should have been streaming it, or we should have been recording," because the things we were saying were hilarious.
Oh my God.
But despite the mess that was the EA panel, I think the two games that it's a tie. I'm really excited about A Way Out. I'm really excited about Battlefront 2, and I am really excited about Assassin's Creed Origins.
Did you say it was a two-way tie?
I said three-way.
Oh, three-way. Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, sweet, and that's everybody.
I know how to count.
Okay.
You know, I wasn't the one who said this is our
Yeah,
third
Integrity's
podcast.
the only one
That's a little
having
bit
issues.
I'm sorry. Okay, anyway, I guess we can talk about the sports first. There was Madden. There was FIFA as usual. NBA Live. Need for Speed, if you want to count that in as a sports game, even though they were freaking racing on
nothing
a
that
street.
interests me.
But War, do you want to take that?
Yeah, I'm a big sports gamer. I could care less about. Look, FIFA is a major title for EA. It's just not my style. But I guess a lot of people really enjoy it. So the fact that they're continuing what they did in the last FIFA, which made it really successful, we have a lot of people in the community who really enjoyed it. I know that they're going to be happy about that. Oh yeah, Hotshot. Loves
Right.
that. Loves FIFA.
I know the whole of Europe is really into FIFA. That's basically the
Yeah.
reason why they still make FIFA. My brother boycotted it already because he's already complaining it's the same rehashed crap as not crap, but rehashed stuff as like last year. But Yeah, I mean, doesn't that apply to Madden and okay, maybe not Madden this time.
Well,
like NBA Live.
okay, Madden. NBA Live is a relatively new franchise, and as far as I'm concerned, if you're going to buy a basketball game, you should buy NBA 2K. NBA Live has not been received very well. As far as I know, I've never played it because, like, if I'm going to play a basketball game, it's going to be NBA 2K. But the title that I'm most excited about, the diehard Seahawks fan that I am, Madden 18 is actually a different game. First of all, they have a story mode which they haven't ever had since I've been playing, so that is a new addition for that franchise, and that's going to be really interesting. I'm excited for those opportunities. As an achievement hunter, the achievements in Madden have been getting really repetitive. It's basically been the same type of achievements for like the last 6 years. So like it's just more opportunity for more expansive gameplay, and I hope they're bringing back obviously they'll be bringing back Ultimate Teams, and then the same features that were really successful in this one. Draft Champions was a lot of fun. It's like a fantasy football type deal. They'll be bringing. I hope they bring that back as well. The only issue I have with Madden is that Tom Brady's on the cover, so. That's all what I got to say about sports. The new Madden looks good. Sucks that Tom Brady's on the cover.
Well, that's sports for you guys, I guess. Well, for you, War.
Actually, hold on. I would like to add one more thing. So, this has been on my mind for the past couple weeks. There's this Madden curse, right? And I've talked with you guys about this. So, the deal is that if you get on the cover of Madden, you have a shitty year the next year. And Tom Brady released a video when it was announced that he would be on the cover, and it was called the GOAT Edition, greatest of all time, about him not believing in superstitions, where he like walked under a mirror or walked under a ladder, smashed a mirror, and did a bunch of other really superstitious stuff. So it is my hope that like in his first game this year, he gets his like knees broken because he's spitting in the face of the Madden curse, and it's a very real, tangible thing. Last year, Gronk was on the cover. 6 weeks into the season, Earl Thomas hit him so hard in the back, he punctured a lung, was out for the rest of the season. Like, it's a real thing. It's happened to countless athletes where they've had serious injuries after the curse, and I'm hoping that it has some sweet vengeance for Tom Brady.
Won't that be weird news? Interesting news. Okay.
Yeah, we can refer back to this podcast when I called it.
Okay, fine. So
it just needed to be on the record.
Okay, next thing, Need for Speed. I feel like the most interesting thing that happened there is when a YouTuber fumbled. Like he was literally like, "This is Need for Speed, and I'm a YouTube creator, and here's my friend, producer, Alex or whatever his name is." God.
I don't even think he fumbled. I think the guy realized that it was such a disastrous decision that he immediately just started to walk up there to take the mic from him and be like, "This was a huge mistake."
He couldn't read the teleprompter or something. He was like, blah, 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 and then like was looking at their like they were obviously like signaling him, and he just got lost.
It was so cringy.
All
it was very cringy.
About was the scene from Talladega Nights. What do I do with my hands? What do I do with my hands?
What, you did a bungee thing?
Like, no, when he was Talladega Nights, when Ricky Bobby's being interviewed, what do I do with my hands? Like, that's all I could think about. It was
a couple really cringy things that happened during all that, but that had to have been the most. But there was like something that happened in that incident that happened in another one where they just turned their backs to the camera and were staring at the back of the people that were watching while they're like watching something on a screen we can hardly see. It was really awkward.
And then they called when they're talking about Battlefront 2, they called Ray May. And everybody in the Twitch stat started going, sorry.
Oh my god.
It's hilarious.
Remember like there was like two guys introducing FIFA something, and then like some guy wanted to do a high five, and the other guy was just waving. And
those were two of the most British people I've ever seen in my life.
Oh man, that was amazing. So I'm guessing nobody here is gonna buy Need for Speed because it's basically.
I might.
I mean, it's
But
basically.
they'll
Fast and
eventually give it
Furious.
out for free.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what that's exactly
Fast
what
and
me and
Furious,
Burnz were
the
talking
game.
about. It was like, wow, they made a Fast
So-
and Furious game, and they just slapped the Need for Speed fucking logo on it.
There was a
Like-
part where they started in today's broadcast where they were showing like a bunch of games really fast, a bunch of like mini games. I mean, they showed like little clips of them over and over. And in the chats, I think I got it started, but I typed out "future games for gold?" ? And it was like everywhere after that.
Oh my god. Okay, so Need for Speed aside, I guess one of the better games I saw was A Way Out. If you guys don't know on the podcast, you guys could check it out. It's kind of like Prison Break-esque. Okay, it reminded me of like Mafia 3 or like GTA style, like third person, do stuff kind of thing. War, how would you explain it?
The ultimate co-op experience is what they're trying to go for, right? I mean, that the whole thing that they're going for is getting back into couch gaming.
Yeah.
That's the concept that they're trying to recreate, in a sense, recapture. It's an entirely co-op experience. You cannot beat it without
A friend.
without another person. Without you can do it online. You can match it up co-op online. But to me, that's a game that once if I start, and I will start playing that game, I'm going to choose somebody who's just as active as me and just as dedicated to that game, because I want to experience that game with the same person.
Right. Yeah.
It seems like that's the kicker to that game, and that's so that's not how you have to play it, but that's how I'm going to play it.
Right.
But just some of the stuff that they showed was really interesting and a really unique take on a story. I really like that this studio has the balls to go. I mean, this game is gonna suck if the story isn't good.
Yeah, of course. That's
Let's
what I'm
be real.
counting on. Yeah. But like, I mean,
If the story to this game isn't good, it's gonna suck. I mean,
Yeah.
even it doesn't matter how many cool co-op interactivities you have to do. It needs a good story.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. I mean, it's a bold project,
yeah.
in my opinion,
I mean,
but I
yeah.
think it's gonna pay off.
In the trailer,
I really do.
in the trailer, they showed me the whole prison thing. I'm like, okay, it's a Prison Break game. And then they show them out of prison and shooting and killing people. I'm like, what the fuck? Did they just like ruin the whole fucking plot? Like, did they just ruin the
I
whole
don't
thing?
think so. I just think the game is much bigger than we're even
Yeah, that's what
we
I'm
can
hoping
even
as well.
comprehend yet.
That's what I'm hoping.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the prison is Act 1
Yeah.
or whatever act, you know what I'm saying? Something like that.
I hope so.
Because there were definitely some vastly different landscapes
Yeah.
that they showed. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, so moving on, let's talk about the big game, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Dregs, do you want to start off? What do you think about Star Wars Battlefront 2? If Dregs doesn't want to say anything, I'll say my spiel since I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan. Personally, I think it looks fucking amazing. But I don't know if I'm going to play it. It looks really nice, but they still have to show us more features and more... Basically, the more features, more maps, like more everything, and not get screwed over like the first game. But no, good news, the DLC is free. So, well, no, that's what they say. So, Dregs, are you ready yet? Is Dregs not there? Okay.
Dregs is gone.
Oh man. Okay, Blackwind, do you want to
disappeared
start?
again.
Rest in peace, Dregs.
All right, yeah, I do have a lot to say about Star Wars. Obviously, I ran our COG venture in that for a long time, and I played a lot more Battlefront than I honestly wanted to. So, looking at Battlefront 2, watching their whole 30-minute panel, however long it was, obviously the game looks great. The graphics, the sound, it looks like Star Wars. Of course, the first one did that really well as well. Like,
Right.
if I'll give the first Battlefront credit for anything, it's the way it looked and the way it sounded. They hit that part on the nail. Or head, nail, whatever the hell the phrase is. But that's sort of the only thing the first one did do right. So, I'm not giving them too much credit there. But, so, like you said, they're saying they're getting rid of the season pass, which is good because the season pass in the first one, I've said it in a previous podcast, it just divided the player base more and more and essentially made it, with all the guns and the star cards that you got with the season pass and the DLC, basically made it pay to win, which was kind of shitty. But so yeah, apparently all of this DLC is going to be free. The only thing I'm concerned about is what are they going to use to replace that revenue. I'm assuming it's going to be some kind of microtransaction system.
Skins.
And I'm hoping, it's just skins, it's just aesthetic stuff, and it's not like exclusive guns or anything. It's like sort of like what other games are doing, pay to look good, not pay to win. Because pay to win, I'm just, no.
Wait, was there actually anything new you saw on the stream
Don't do that, but
compared to the first one? Like,
what?
is there anything new, like new features you saw on the stream compared to the first one? Except for like new characters, new vehicles or whatever.
So gameplay differences?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, a lot of it did look the same, like, a lot of the air combat looked the same. It looks like you still have like the 3 abilities, but the big difference with this one was instead of like star cards, it has the old class-based system, like from the original Battlefront back, where you've got like the officers, the specialists, whatever the hell they're called, I don't remember. And the other big change was instead of running around the map looking for pickups, like hero pickups, air vehicles, other shit, you earn battle points, I believe, is what they're called, and by getting kills or playing the objective. They didn't explain like exactly how you earned the battle points.
It's just
or if they did, I don't
performance
remember.
based.
Yeah, so you earn these, and then you can cash them in for upgrades. Like, I know a super battle droid was one of them. I'm assuming there's going to be a bunch of other shit. The heroes were something else you could exchange the points for. Vehicles,
Wait,
yes.
It's gonna be like,
so
it's gonna be like Halo 5 Warzone or something, or is it like?
It's, in my
No.
opinion, a much better system than the one that they had set up in Battlefront 1. I like the idea that you earn what you earn, as opposed to you have somebody who sits there hogging. I'm assuming there's select
Camping
availability,
the,
right?
camping
TIE
the
fighter
spawns,
spawn or
'cause
something.
people
Exactly.
they figured out where the spawns were, and they would just camp them. So that's gone, because that was super stupid.
Wait, how do you know
But
it's
that's gone instead.
Because there were no
'Cause
pickups in
they
the
fucking
battlefield.
said it.
They said it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they said it. Instead of pickups, it's
I like
the
how the
battle
Star
point
Wars
system.
fan is
player
like
spawn. I thought you mean like player spawn.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
Talking
the
about pickup
spawns for the
spawns.
pickups
No.
for heroes and shit. Because
Yeah.
people in Battlefront 1, they would camp the hell out of the
yeah, I remember that.
hero pickups. And it was cancerous. Of course, a lot of stuff in Battlefront 1 was cancerous. Like, mostly everything was cancerous.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's digressing. But battle point system, and so yeah, that looks like a big improvement, as well as like the whole old school class system. A lot of people seem excited for that because, again, it's what the original Battlefront games had, not the crappy pick your cards and buy them, exchange them, whatever the hell it was.
Train, or are you like
Well, I'm not done yet, Integrity. Damn. So anyway, other stuff. Another thing they said was that, and I'm going to take a bit of issue with this, so just let me finish, was that Battlefront 2 would have 3 times the content as Battlefront 1. And let me explain. That sounds great when you first hear it, but then when you think about it, it's because the first Battlefront, it was fun for like 3 hours, and then you had done everything. So it was 3 times. Battlefront 1 is basically a normal sized game. So I'm not fucking impressed. Sorry. Adding into that, the single player campaign mode. A lot of people are like, wow, we get a single player campaign. But once again, I'm not that fucking impressed, since that's something that should have been in the first one. You're not going to impress me by bringing out stuff that should have been there already. Like, seriously?
Apparently, learning from your mistakes isn't top on Blackwind's list of things to do.
It's a single player campaign. It's not revolutionary. Games have had that since for decades.
That kind of just comes back into like
me
what we were talking about a podcast or two ago about, people bringing old things up now, and they're like, oh look, a campaign, it's new. And it's like, no, that's actually just been in games in general for a long time, and just this one game has been lacking.
Yeah, you just fucked it up the
reason.
first time.
It's
So
interesting.
yeah, it's like they said a bunch of stuff that sounds awesome at first until you think about it a little and compare this to the first Battlefront, and it's honestly not that impressive.
You know, I'm actually gonna present a little counter argument. Did you ever play any of the original Battlefront games?
I've played the first one.
Did it have a
I
campaign?
haven't played the first one. Not really.
Did the second Battlefront have a campaign?
Like, I haven't played the second Battlefront.
It did not. So for them to release a game without a campaign that had been wildly successful, I think that they get so much flack for that because they did what everyone was okay with 10 years ago. So everyone's saying that Battlefront, oh, you're stupid for not releasing a game. Well, 10 years ago, everyone was cool with it.
But even the old Battlefronts, they had it wasn't strictly a story, but they still had a single player mode where you just traveled around to all the planets and blew shit up, which their previous game, Battlefront 1 EA, whatever the hell you want to call it, they didn't even have that.
They had a very similar version to it where you would skirmish with co-op with your partners on planets.
I mean, I just wasn't impressed. I mean, maybe I'm still bitter over having played far more Battlefront 1 than I ever wanted to, but...
This is my gripe with how a lot of people feel in the community, and it's like people slight Battlefront for not having a campaign, yet they embraced it 10 years ago. It's okay, I get it. It should have had a campaign. I'm not disagreeing with you, but a lot of people I feel are hypocritical about it and just have short-term memory.
It's been 10 years. That's an eternity in the game world.
I just feel like the first one, it was...
but Battlefront also came out 2 years ago, so it's still a long time. You're correct.
Well, yeah.
But to what you're talking about, how you're saying people are doing what things have done before. This isn't new for Battlefront to not have a campaign. So for them to not have it, it's a little kind of countering your argument, right?
No.
Okay. It's the other side of the coin.
This felt like the past Battlefront. I just felt like it was a little bit too rushed. Not saying it needed a campaign or not. I mean, there are multiplayer games that are successful without a campaign, and Battlefront's been, successful with it, but...
Well, even without a campaign...
I just felt we got a lot less content for a shoddy multiplayer.
My biggest gripe with Battlefront 1 was it's just the DLC. It divided and split the community, and it reduced, every DLC that came out reduced the amount of people that you played with. And that was a huge mistake on their part. And it wasn't...
It wasn't even a lot. Even with all of the DLC, it was still a very small, you've played it once, you've played it a million times kind of game. With shitty servers.
Yeah. The shitty servers and the lack of custom games at the beginning were its biggest fault. So, and
they never got better.
I know.
They can only go up.
They never got better.
So if the DLC is free this time, do you guys think that will help connect the community more then?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of games are starting to learn from that, and...
Yep.
There's certainly been a shift away from season passes, in gaming as a whole.
Paying $60 for fucking maps and fucking in-game stuff, come the fuck on.
Yeah, I support play to look better. I do not support play to enhance, play to win.
I don't support that either.
So,
sorry if I said play.
I didn't play much of
pay to look better.
I didn't play much of the previous Battlefront games, but that one looked pretty good to me. Looks pretty flashy. I'm excited to see the expansive, they put more heroes, I guess, into it and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I want to play as Darth Maul. I want to play as various other characters from the saga. The terrain was beautiful. I liked the graphics.
That's only.
The Palace of Theed looked like the Palace of Theed from Phantom Menace. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the graphics. The only thing I cared about was like, holy shit! I just want to look at it. That's it. I don't want to play it. I just want to look.
Yeah,
at it.
it looks beautiful.
It was
Burnz,
really
and who
good
was that
looking.
toxic Overwatch player that you loved seeing destroyed every time they switched to him flying around?
Oh, Muselk or whatever. He's just one of
God,
those
it was hilarious.
YouTubers. Yeah.
Almost.
Every time
No,
they
he was.
switched to him, he got shot
he
down.
flew into a building and then he got shot down a
Yeah,
couple times or something.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
pretty funny.
yeah.
He got like 0 kills or something.
I mean, honestly, flying into a
No, he
building,
actually
that
got
happens
MVP.
a lot.
Oh really? Oh no.
Yeah,
he
with
does.
his
he
Darth
got
Maul.
MVP, but every time they showed him, he was dying.
Oh.
It was hilarious. Oh, it was great.
Yeah, a lot of the gameplay was pretty familiar to the first one, just like the way it looked. But yeah, it does look beautiful. And flying into buildings, like, that
happens.
happens like a lot.
It did seem like they opened up the airspace more above Naboo. Like, I felt like it looked, it was more akin, the airspace above Naboo reminded me of Battlefield 1's dogfights way more than it did Battlefront's dogfights. Maybe it was just because it was over that kind of cramped city-esque feeling, but I really liked that.
Yeah, the dogfighting was one of the things that I did enjoy in the first Battlefront, even with the crashing into ground and the walkers and everything else, each other.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah, they definitely true.
And
And then I believe they're enhancing. I believe this wasn't really confirmed, but they kind of seem to hint at it. They're going full on with like the space battles and stuff in like
I hope
obviously
so.
doing the squadron again, but that was kind of the end clip made it look that way, that they're going full on with those space battles when they had like the Rogue Squadron with the Millennium Falcon flying through the asteroid field, or that could have been a cutscene from the single player. So it's hard to say at this point.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say like they really chose a good map to showcase the game on, because me personally, I like shooting stuff in cities. You know, there's more cover. I wouldn't even mind like flying around
Right.
cities, because there's a lot more cover, a lot more to like weave through, just a lot more detail instead of just like snow.
So they had that
Like, that's it.
archway thing, and I was hoping that they were gonna like
Especially
fly
once-
through that and like do some like aerial stuff. It
Right,
was
right.
Pretty cool looking though.
Well, I mean,
You probably could, but especially once they got inside Integrity, like you're saying, there's just a lot of cover and just a lot of like the more close quarters stuff.
Yeah.
Still very pretty. Like the
Oh,
palace
I could've-
was, oh my god.
and as far as I know, the map is like what, like a T-shaped kind of thing, sort of.
The
The map.
I
is-
didn't see
Oh, you
the.
didn't see
I didn't see it.
like the blueprint of the map.
I guess if you are talking about where they sort of like laid it out
Yeah.
and like from above,
Yeah,
I
from
guess it would sort of look like a T shape, but to me it would be more like almost a triangle, because you start in the
Yeah,
big
yeah.
outside open area, then you get into the palace, it's cramped
Yeah,
more.
that's true. Yeah. I'm actually surprised they can make a map play well. Oh, okay, I don't know if it plays well or not, but like assuming it plays well, I'm surprised they can make a map play well on a triangle, you know, because usually there's like, you know, you can bob and weave between places, but maybe it's just the details they don't cover. But it just looks. All I'm saying, it just looks really nice. That's all I care about. Hell,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it does look nice.
overall,
And
overall, it
Maul
looks really nice.
looked like a fucking badass.
Yeah.
I'm pretty hyped for it, and I
God,
wasn't
when
really
Maul
hyped for the
and-
previous ones.
Maul and Boba Fett, that one part of the gameplay where they just came in and wrecked everybody, I did. That was pretty. So much death.
Too bad they had a dip
wow.
playing
Destruction.
Ray.
Yeah,
You didn't
that
really get
was
to
funny.
see whoever. You didn't really get to see like them really showcase Ray, because whoever was playing Ray was just dunce, had no idea what they were
Derped
doing.
out and got
How
taken
do you
out by a
get that
regular ass
job?
battle droid.
Exactly, dude. How do you get there to be embarrassed? Like, God.
Well, if you think about
Like,
it,
you must have some sort of connections,
like
but
no, but if you think about it, everyone who's invited, they're YouTubers, and they're so supposedly they're pretty damn good. So it's like, everyone there are like very very good players. So even if you're like a decent player, you still might suck. Just food for thought.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean, I don't know. It
Different
they did
was.
Okay.
invite. They did tap like a lot of. He does have a valid point, but being a YouTuber doesn't necessarily make you a good gamer, but
Or
Right.
public speaker.
or public
Oh my
speaker.
God.
We learned that.
I love all this
So
scripted
And so
painful.
did EA.
Oh god. Oh no. Apparently the dude, the quote unquote the YouTube creator, right? He's not actually a gaming YouTube content creator. He's one of those pranksters. Apparently, he's one of those people who are like, oh, I'm gonna
my
kiss a random girl
Oh
on the
my
street.
god.
Like those people.
Yeah, I've seen some of his
Whose
stuff. It's
idea
just like
was
douchebaggery.
that?
Yeah.
Dude, it was kind of weird when iJustine showed up. I mean, I don't mind her, and she's been more involved with the gaming geek.
She mispronounced
Side.
something too. I don't remember what it was. It was like somebody's
She
name
said
or
May.
something.
Oh, she's a man.
Instead
Yeah,
of
she
Ray.
said May.
Yeah, she was the one who said May. And I was like, sorry. So funny.
Okay. Are we all good with Star Wars?
Jesus.
I think so. We talked the hell out of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That was good.
Look.
Okay, time for Microsoft's press conference because we basically covered all EA's. So first thing I want to talk about is Xbox One X, or AKA Scorpio. Is there anybody here who's gonna get it?
Yes,
Probably.
I will
Inevitably.
at some point.
I swear to God, like 3 days ago, you guys were like, nope.
Well,
I'm only
we were
getting it
sa-
because 4K.
the topic we were saying nope on was when we were bashing Destiny, saying
Okay.
it
We
wasn't
wouldn't
against
get it
the,
for
the
Destiny.
Okay,
Scorpio.
fine.
Yeah, what we
We
were
wouldn't
saying
get it
was
specifically for
yeah.
Destiny,
Wait,
I
Miller.
but
just like more
definitely
pixels.
getting
Wait,
it.
Miller, do you have a 4K monitor or TV?
Not yet, but I'm gonna be getting
Okay.
one, so I
I
want to
mean-
make use of it.
Yeah, because you can't play 4K unless you have a 4K monitor. Because I'm pretty.
Well, they're
sure
saying
Oh.
it'll make even 1080 look better.
I can see that,
Yeah.
honestly. I'm pretty sure it's gonna look better. $499. Do you think that's like overpriced?
Oh yeah.
No, I don't. I think. Well, okay. Yeah, it's expensive, but that's what I predicted. Burnz when we were asking about prices, didn't I say between 300 and 500? So yeah,
Yep.
that's what I thought. It would be right in there.
Wait, did
And
somebody
it was.
say you think it was overpriced? Was it better?
I think it's overpriced. Like at least $100.
I think it's priced. where I
Xbox
thought
One
it
has
would
been
be.
out for a while. Then again, like I wasn't a fan of the Slim, so this is pretty much like the Xbox One Slim. So I can understand why people would spend money on it.
Okay,
But
so
me personally, I would not spend that much.
I personally think a lot of people think it's overpriced online. I personally think it's like cheap, because to play 4K and 60 frames per second, assuming the game plays 4K and 60 frames per second, on a computer you need a graphics card that costs around the minimum $600, minimum $700 average, and this Xbox is $500.
Pretty good point.
So how can you compare those two? Like
Yeah.
even my graphics, I bought my graphics card for like what, $600, and I can't play 4K. Well, I mean,
Damn.
I can't play 4K 60 frames per second. So it's damn cheap for like 4K 60 frames per second. But this is assuming it's consistently 60 frames.
But it is also a console. Consoles are limited in some ways. But
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, for its price, 4K is technology is getting cheaper.
yeah, of course. It's always gonna get cheaper.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, probably gonna be a day one buy for me. What?
When's it dropping again?
November 7th.
November 7th.
November 7th. Yeah.
Okay.
All on that one. Good work, guys.
I am going to run through the whole list of games I wrote down. I'm just gonna, if somebody has something to say, just say something. So the first game that showed up was Forza Motorsport 7. Nope.
I'll say something for some of the members of the community who probably want to be represented in that.
Digital, we love you.
Right.
You know.
I don't have much to like draw upon it. It looked really nice. Graphically, it looked like an upgrade from what I've seen. I'm sure there's a ton of features in there, and I'm sure people like Digital are looking forward to more information on that game. So when there is, we'll probably cover that topic again.
Yeah. It looks nice. That's all I can say. It looks nice.
Yeah.
4K.
Car games always look great.
Yeah. I mean, it
That
was
seems
always
to be a
like,
running
in
theme.
those-
Everything looks nice.
I mean, Forza is like their baby. Like Microsoft's like demo baby. They just demo all the tech on Forza because realism and stuff. Okay, next thing, Metro Exodus. Has anybody here played the old one?
Yeah, buddy. Yes, I have. That game looks fantastic.
Oh,
I am excited.
It looks
Um,
really nice. but I don't think I'll buy
It looks so good. What is wrong with you?
No,
You-
okay, I
oh,
can't
my-
play single player games anymore. I don't know why. Maybe I'm going too old. I don't fucking know.
Integrity's hands just like break. He's physically not able to.
See, I'm totally the opposite. When I see a single player game, a good quality single player game, I go nuts. Because honestly, I spend too much time around a lot of people, so
Got
sometimes I like to be by
amazing
myself a little bit.
Quality.
I mean, I finished,
Like, and
I finished the first one, Metro 20 something. What was it?
20.
Yeah,
I
20
think it's
something.
2020
Yeah, well,
or 2033
yeah,
maybe.
2033. Yeah, I think it was that. That was a really good game, good story.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and this game, Metro Exodus, looks just fantastic. The graphics, the tech, when he walks outside, he sees the whole like background. And
Yep.
everything. I'm like, holy shit, god damn.
The backdrop was beautiful, dude.
Yeah, the backdrop. There you go. Yeah. See, the issue is, was it CGI? Was it scripted? That's what I'm wondering.
Well, that did look like it could have been a scripted event,
I mean, it probably is, but was it CGI?
but that doesn't. I don't know.
That's I mean, because most of the games nowadays are like, they scripted CGI. It looks amazing, and when you buy it, it's like, what the fuck? It's not the same. But well, we'll see with 4K, everything. This podcast is brought to you by 4K monitors. Anyway, Assassin's
Basically.
Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Oh my word.
Miller, you gonna go first?
Oh, Miller.
I am really not a fan of Assassin's Creed games. They just pump them out really quick. Rinse, wash, repeat. They just reskin the same game. I'm sorry, War.
Did you
All right,
watch
that's
the
cool.
Surely
trailer
you've got
for
an
this
Assassin's
game,
Creed
Miller?
fan here.
Miller, that
I
was
didn't,
amazing.
but it's Assassin's Creed. I don't
No,
need to watch it.
okay,
I can watch
yeah.
the ones from all the previous years.
Oh god.
No, I would definitely recommend watching it. They also took a year off to redefine and address the complaints that people like
That's awesome.
you have with the series. So it's like it looks really, really cool to find out the origins of it all and to just have it in the setting that it's set in, such a rich, vibrant setting. I'm all over it. I think it's gonna be freaking great. I love those games. I can play them over and over again.
When War
Miller
and
is
I were
just
watching,
you have to understand the stream for the streamers. Miller is kind of a hipster who was too young for the first Assassin's Creed, but he just missed out.
I played the first couple Assassin's Creed. I played 1, 2, and Brotherhood,
I'm like Miller.
and then I tried to play some of the newer ones. I didn't like
And
them.
then you got stuck on the
When we were-
tutorial on the island.
Yeah, I got stuck in the
Yeah.
tutorial.
Yeah, so that's
when
how
we
much
were
Miller-
watching the stream, I was reading the comments in the stream on Twitch, and a lot of them were just like Hanzo Creed Origins or something like, and so I kept
Right.
doing like voice lines like never second best and stuff like that, and it was hilarious because he did so many things that were so Hanzo like, and that it's like, oh my god, he is using a bow.
Yeah, and well, just his use of being able to control like the eagle and to be able to scout out areas and stuff like that. Never been able to. You've always been able to scout out areas and stuff, obviously, but not in the way that he did it. Tying like in the eagle and everything, and that was nice, and it just looks like it's going to be a really, really cool game. I'm really excited for it. I love those games. I'm looking at a Black Flag
It looks
holographic
pretty.
poster right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm same with Miller.
Nerd.
It's gonna be like, okay, it's 50-50. It looks very different from what we're used to as an Assassin's Creed game, because Egypt, pyramids, all that. But I just can't see myself completing it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like stock full of features, but I don't think I'll be wanting to do those features. But or I'm pretty sure you'll get it as soon as possible.
I'm getting it day one.
Okay.
The game has its fan base still.
Yeah. Okay, next game, PlayerUnknown Battleground. Do you have any
Ooh,
idea what I'm
I
talking
love
about?
those games.
It's been out on PC
I
for
love all these games that.
the Hunger Games type of thing.
Has it been a year? It's been a while. It's one of the top streamed games
So
on
I'm
Twitch for a good minute.
confused about this. This game is already out, but they're advertising it at E3 because they're making it an Xbox exclusive. Correct?
I mean, Not exclusive. I think it's like console exclusive. Like the way they're phrasing it is kind of like just marketing and promotional wise. But I'm pretty sure it's like, oh, it's gonna be on Xbox first, but we might not release it on PlayStation, like that kind of thing. But it's on PC for sure.
Okay,
Is this the one with
so that's what.
100 people playing?
Yeah,
It's basically the Hunger Games.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It looks pretty intense.
Yeah.
It does, dude.
It's like the top 2 most streamed game, like consistently for the past half a year or some shit like that. It's
I'd never even
A
heard
lot
of
of
it.
people made a lot of money.
yeah. Was this game first or was H1Z1 first?
H1Z1 was first.
Oh, okay. And then Bell Unknown was
H1Z1 has been out.
okay.
Yeah.
But they did this better, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Actually, looks pretty cool.
H1Z1.
Yeah.
A little bit different. I mean, they're pretty much like the exact same game from what I've watched of them.
Right.
But this just looks a little bit more user-friendly, less clunky.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Because I mean, like H1Z1 has been in beta or alpha or whatever the hell for like the longest time.
Yeah.
Okay, next thing, Deep Rock Galactic. Does anybody remember what I'm talking about? It's like this cartoon style shooter.
I'm not sure what it's about, but it looks interesting.
Right?
Like this cartoon.
What was it, like
killing aliens?
Darkness
Left 4
something
Dead
dwarves?
style. Yeah, it's like I don't know what the fuck. It's like an indie game basically. State of Decay 2.
Yeah. I was really upset with myself for not mentioning this in the beginning. I was a huge State of Decay fan. I didn't see a whole lot of improvements on the game, but I'm kind of okay with that because the first one was such a solid game. I just want more of it and like longer of it and more of a diverse setting. But I could have missed some stuff. It seemed like it was still. Like I said, I didn't see very many improvements, but I'm still very excited for that game. I loved State of Decay 1. It's a really unique zombie experience.
Burnz,
And,
I immediately. Yeah, dude. I immediately was like, "Where's Waldo meets The Walking Dead? Waldo
Oh,
ain't taking shit no more."
Oh my god. So it's
The
weird,
guy's
right?
got like a.
'Cause
Yeah.
the Asian
I
girl's
watched the trailer.
face was like blank the whole time. Everyone was making fun of her. Like it was like emotionless face. And everyone was making fun of it.
Right. Yeah.
Well, State of Decay, I think that's kind of frustrating because State of Decay was an independent game. It was like it came out in like a Games for Gold type deal. It was an independent, very small studio, not a AAA title. And it blew up. So they've made a lot of advancements between now and then. Yeah, sure, they're still not the AAA company that some are, but I wouldn't be surprised if after State of Decay 2, if they won't be.
Mm. Yeah.
They're a relatively small company.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, the game looked really fun. Looked like I might play something like that with you or something. It was.
It's just one of those games where you don't realize how awesome it is. You go around collecting all these different characters, right? And then when they die, they die. They're dead. They're gone. You get bit, you're bit. You're done. You're gone. That character's gone. And you switch between all of them, and you get so attached to some of the characters. And you send, I'm gonna go switch to this guy. He's a specialty with firearms. Some blue milk run mission, and he gets taken out or ripped apart. You feel it, man.
Okay.
And it has some really moments like where people get sick, and you can just take them out back and put them down, or see if they can come through. And they did demo something like that in the video where that girl got bit and then they shot her in the head. So you're going to be doing a lot of that same kind of stuff again. It's really fun. It's a really good game.
Okay, next game, the Darwin Project. It's like a Hunger Games style.
It looks
game.
like the Hunger Games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Overwatch style art
Right.
classes.
That was my first thought.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be like Paladin's game that was like for free for a while. I'm not sure if you remember what I'm talking about. Burnz. Oh, what's it called again?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Paladins. Yeah.
Paladins, I remember.
Yeah,
Paladins.
Yeah, it's gonna be like as popular as that. It won't like it won't like shoot off, but like I think it'll be okay. Minecraft. Anybody?
4K.
4K. Yeah. 4K.
Yeah.
Cross-platform.
I mean, I don't
Okay.
personally play
Sweet.
Minecraft, but I know it's a big deal for a
4K.
lot of people.
It looked,
I was pretty stoked on it. It looked good.
yeah, it looked a lot better.
I need more pixels
So-
to see my pixelated pixels.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's good. Okay, Dragon
I
Ball
need
Z.
more
I mean, I have a
pixels for my
niece that
pixels.
played the hell out of Minecraft once upon a time, so
Okay, Dragon Ball
I've
Z.
like never played it.
Drags.
I'm
not
fucking
interested in
sold.
Either of the past two games that you have mentioned, they can go jump off a cliff as far as
I
I'm
am
concerned.
so excited for
What?
DBZ Fighter, like our Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I'm going to buy the hell out of that. War's gonna buy that, and then I'm gonna kick his teeth in it.
I'm never gonna touch
It's
that game
Link?
with a
Damn.
fucking stick.
You are buying it because it's gonna be amazing.
Drags.
You're buying it for me.
Okay, Drags.
I mean, there's going to be an open beta soon,
I-
so...
there seems to be a bit of conflict and confusion here.
yeah,
Not a
It's-
Dragon Ball fan.
Really?
go to hell.
Oh.
It's a fighting game. You'll be fine.
So, but
Any
I
fighting
think
games
It's like-
Burnz may make you buy it, War. Better get used to it.
MMORPG Black Desert. It's kind of like
Looks cool.
That does look
Rejected.
interesting.
Sorry. No.
Why?
No more MMOs for me. Not. No.
yeah.
Well,
I like MMOs.
It
I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but
Reminds me of Elder Scrolls, but
oh yeah, that is one MMO I'm currently playing.
It did
Elder
look
Scrolls
good.
Online,
I'll give
so-
it that.
yeah.
Just as soon as I
Well,
saw MMO,
everything
I was
looks
like,
good tonight.
I know they all looked
Very
pretty,
pretty.
good, but as soon as it said MMO, I was like,
4K.
no, I can't go there right now. 4K.
Yeah, MMOs
4K,
in
man.
that kind of game do take up a lot of time.
Yeah. Okay. The Last Night.
I was intrigued by that. Actually, at first I was like, "What's this weird?" It looked.
Yeah.
It didn't look as pixely, but then I saw the person, and it looked really pixely, and I was like, "What's this weird pixel art stuff?" And then I looked at it again, and I was like, "I haven't seen anything like this before." I mean, it's really weird. It's different.
Yeah, like the first thought in my head, I'm like, the story better be really good because the art looks really good. Because it can have that Total Recall style streets, like the night lights kind of thing, and with the whole parallax background, and pixel art, like high definition pixel art. Hope to God it's
Right.
good.
It's gonna be.
Yeah. Hope to
It
God it's
should be. Fingers crossed.
yeah, like maybe it's $20. Maybe I don't know.
$20. I'm
Well, it
sold.
looks like an indie game, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Artful Escape. Do you remember what that is?
Yeah, that was that guitar game that I'm probably gonna get
it
my
was
brother.
Right? Like I don't know. That was for little kids or something.
That wasn't for me. That wasn't
Man,
for
that's
us.
my
Just say
favorite.
that.
Wait, is
I
that
want
one of
that.
the
So-
like colorful side scroller?
Yeah.
I'm
I want to
losing
get like
track.
critique
Okay.
of all. I just want to lump those little kid games together real quick and just say my piece. 3-year-olds don't need video games.
Fuck you. I was.
I don't think that's for a 3-year-old.
Damn.
But
Okay, maybe 3.5, but 3 is just
I
too
don't know.
young.
I don't know. I just wasn't.
It
I didn't need to
reminds
see
me of
so much.
Kubo and
Just
the
like
Two-Strings.
doo-doo-doo. I don't know.
I
It's not
love
into it.
Kubo War.
It's such a good movie. Did
It is.
Did
I
you see
love
that
the
trailer?
art style.
Wait, which
I
movie?
did
Wait,
not,
what about that?
actually.
It's
The
like that
Artful
game that was
Escape,
like a
dude,
ripoff.
No, Kubo and the Two Strings is a movie. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix right now. It just came out in 2016. But it has this really amazing art style and really, really talented voice actors, Charlize Theron and Matthew McConaughey. It's a great movie.
Okay.
It's like an anime-ish, but that's not the right word.
Okay. Moving on. Code Ving? Vaying? Is it that JRPG hack and slash?
Vane. Is that the weeb game?
No.
No.
The
No,
super
it's
anime
not.
game?
Yeah, the super
Anime
game.
style.
It's an
game.
anime game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the super anime game. The super weeb game.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not a weeb game.
Whatever, Briggs.
Okay, I'm guessing nobody here is interested in that. Sea of Thieves.
I am.
Oh, you are?
Oh,
I have seen
Yeah.
that before.
Let's hear about it,
It
Grace.
looks fun.
Dregs, what do you think about it? Like Code Vein.
About which?
Code
Code
Vein.
Vein? It
Yeah.
looks like it should have an interesting story because I kind of because before they made the announcement, like there was some buzz on the internet about it. Like everybody's like a vampire, and you kind of develop your own vampire powers, and you kind of see how everything kind of came to be in this post-apocalyptic world. So
Yeah,
it should be an interesting story.
at first, I thought it was like Devil May Cry. Like, I literally thought it was like a
Can I-
Devil May Cry.
No, it's nothing like Devil May Cry.
Right, yeah, okay.
I have a little off-topic question here, but do we have an obsession with post-apocalyptic gaming? I mean, it
Yes.
seemed like
Yes.
every other title that
Yeah.
was revealed
Yep.
this year was post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, that's cool, I guess.
works.
Okay, it does, I guess, but at some point, it's not going to. I mean, I think Metro looked amazing. But honestly, aside from that, the games that I was looking forward to the most are the ones that weren't really post-apocalyptic.
Well, not
So
all
it's
of them
just-
are.
No, not all of them are, but
It's either outer space or that.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're short on time, we're gonna move on. Sea of Thieves.
Wow, wow.
No, really?
I didn't.
No Man's Sea.
Really? I would have thought that you guys would love
No Man's Sea.
more.
Okay.
That's messed up.
If it,
That is so
Man
mean.
sees.
that's what they were saying in the chats during it. Okay,
That's
here's how it
so
could be cool
mean.
for me. If you can name your ship and then your friends who play with you and that you meet in the game, you can like, if there's like a ship captain and you can like, hire a crew and like work together, and it's like really, really adventure packed, and there's a lot of like out at seas battling plus like adventuring lands that you run into for whatever reason, blah blah blah. It kind of was a snore fest, to be honest, but if it's a bit more action packed than what they showed off there, maybe it'd be kind of cool. But it's kind of just got that weird, like I said, super cartoony overturn to it, and it just well, not really too much for me maybe, but if it's exciting enough, maybe it'd be cool.
If they let Burnz name his ship and let me be his first mate, I will be happy, because then I will stage a mutiny and strand him on an island and take over his ship, and he's gonna have to rope himself a pair of sea turtles to get back to safety.
Oh my gosh.
I support this 100%.
It gave me that Zelda.
I mean,
all
I
happened
like
before, this
pirates.
will all
happen
Sea of
again.
Thieves looks kind of fun.
And then I'm gonna give him a single shot and watch him shoot you.
Right.
I don't know, it gave me that Zelda vibe. Like the co-op Zelda
Burn
vibe,
sniped
but, yeah.
war.
Okay, I'm gonna skip some stuff like Tacoma. Like, did anybody understand what the hell that was?
I didn't know what that was.
I didn't
had no
know
idea
what
what that
that
was.
was.
There were several things I
I-
had no idea what the fuck that was.
I
What
don't
the
understand
fuck
what's
happened in
going
that
on
trailer?
that game.
I don't
It was
know.
like
I don't get
wireframe
it.
people.
I want to be interested in the
Tacoma.
game because there is a city in Seattle or a city in Washington called Tacoma. So, like, I really want to be interested in this game, but I have no idea what's going on. I have no.
There was no
I'm
It was
information
so
given.
short and it didn't
confused.
I thought it was
explain
like-
anything.
I thought
It
it was
was
some Wally
just...
shit where like everybody's stranded on a ship and doing their own thing. I don't know. That's meant to be-
What is it?
They like slid that in a bunch of slides really fast, and I hardly even knew that was a trailer.
Yep. The thing is they've been doing that with that game for like the past year and a half.
Oh really? I
Like,
didn't
it's just all of a sudden. Yeah, no, they've showed bits and talked about Tacoma before. That wasn't the grand reveal of
Never
Tacoma.
heard of it.
Right.
No, I get Game Informer. That's been discussed. That wasn't that's been discussed. But even Game Informer was like, we don't know what the fuck is going on.
Okay. Super Lucky Tail. Like the 3D platformer. Like the
Damn.
box.
It looks like one of those. It reminded
Wow,
me of
wow.
Rabbids, which is something my
Reminded me of Kronk.
niece made me play when she was like 5 until I was 6. What?
Okay. That's like kind of like Mario 3D, honestly. Cuphead.
I just felt like they ripped off Tails from Sonic's. Cuphead, irrelevant.
No, I really like the art style. Not my type of game, but I really like the art style. Okay.
Right.
Crackdown 3. God, all I can think of is Terry Crews, and Terry Crews. That's all I can think about.
All I kept thinking was, who the hell is Doomfist then? If this is Terry Crews' game that he's going to be in and stuff, then I kind of thinking he might not be Doomfist now.
Right, yeah. I just hope they actually
A little
allow you
bit
to like
preoccupied.
blow out.
Well, they can still sign him to do the voice of Doomfist.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
feel like
just
this was like
because-
he
I
was
mean,
a
how
I
much
feel like he was
time
used as a
would
distraction.
recording voice lines take?
Yeah,
Dude,
I
it's not
mean,
like Terry Crews is an A-list actor. Let's be real.
He's
Like, he has a couple gigs here and there.
Hey man,
dude, but he's fun.
Hey, I'm not saying Terry Crews is awesome. I love him in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but other than Brooklyn Nine-Nine and every Expendables movie that they call him out for, he's not a busy guy.
Okay, well overall,
Oh,
I
he
didn't
did
play any
next.
of the
He
other
did Friday
Crackdown
After Next
games.
as well.
Okay, back on
When
topic.
Never
was
played a
that?
Crackdown game either.
I didn't play any of the other Crackdown games, but that actually looked kind of entertaining, and I might want to check that one out.
I just hope they actually put
I
in
played-
the destroying the whole building. They'll allow you to destroy the whole building. That's all.
Right.
I
Like
played
destructible
Crackdown
environments?
1 because it included the beta for Halo 3. That is the only reason I bought that game. And I think most of America. So I
think my
literally
brother did that.
I think that franchise literally owes itself to Halo 3. It's like it's ridiculous because Crackdown 2 was terrible. And now that they have Crackdown 3, which seems to be more on par with the original, which did end up being a fairly fun, decent game. But I'm excited for them.
Next game.
It's not going to be a day one buy, but I'll look into
Right.
it.
Next game, Ashen. All I wrote is co-op hack and slash Zelda style. I don't remember what the
You're
hell
right.
it looks like.
I know
actually
what
having
you're
a hard
talking
time
about.
remembering
that.
what the game looked
It's
like.
two guys.
What?
They were
What is
holding
it
like
called?
wooden shields. Ashen.
Ashen.
It's like two guys holding wooden shields and like an axe, and then they just go around dungeoneering.
What was the Final Fantasy looking hack and slash game?
It was
I think that was
the thing that Driggs
the
was
Blood Code Vein.
Code Vein.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was like the
that
was
anime
it?
Code Vein.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Code Vein.
Yeah, it's
That
like a
does
Dark
look
Souls
good.
style.
That does look good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember the name for that game.
Right.
I thought that looked cool.
Okay.
Oh, it's a weeb game. No, it's not.
Hey, just because it's like
Maybe
anime,
it's just a
you
weeb.
know,
We have a
No,
it's not a bad
It's
thing.
not a weeb game. Not a
Oh
weeb
God,
game.
he's getting offended.
Okay. So Ashen, nobody actually remembers this thing.
No.
No.
Not really.
No. Is it a
It kinda
Pokemon
got
game?
drowned
Probably
out.
care less.
It's like,
It kind of got drowned out.
Life is Strange.
If it's not a Pokemon game, it doesn't have any business using the word Ash.
Okay.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Or if it's not
What else?
dude.
Anybody else is a Life is Strange fan? No, just me.
A what?
Life is Strange. Yeah, that's not.
I haven't gotten around to playing
I've
it.
heard of that.
I do
don't
not
remember
know what that
it
is.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's like another like choose your own story kind of game. It's kind of like Walking Dead, Telltale games, like sort of like that.
I'll just stick to Telltale.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, that's fine. Shadow. of
You don't
War-
like the Telltale games, Drex?
Oh,
No, they're cancerous.
Oh my God!
my
Get off this
word.
podcast. Can
You
can
get
we
off
find,
this
Do we have an
podcast.
eject button?
holy shit.
No, we don't.
Okay, Shadow of Mordor. I could not finish the first.
I
God,
haven't
integrity.
played it, but it looks like
I
Dark
sucked
Souls.
at
So
it. I think that's the only reason why I could finish the first game. I sucked at it. I'm like, okay, not bothered anymore.
God, the more you talk about games integrity, unfortunately, the less I like you. It's what is wrong? What do you mean you didn't like Shadow
I
of Mordor?
never
It's
said I don't
fucking
like
great.
it. I never said I didn't like it. I just
Why
said I didn't
couldn't
finish
you
it.
I
finish
have
it?
that,
Have
but I
you played
haven't
Dark
played it yet.
Souls?
Don't kill me.
It's so good. It's such a great game, and they're
I need to
expanding
play
on the
it, I
Nemesis
know.
system. So, like, seriously, if you haven't played that game, you are doing yourself a huge disservice.
It's sitting on my shelf,
Is
War.
that my
Well, I'm
computer?
talking
There,
to
I just
I'm
haven't
talking to
played
our
it.
audience. I'm gonna yell at you in private later.
Okay.
Go play
I've come
that
to
game.
expect that.
It is so good.
Like I
It's
enjoyed
so
it
good.
for a
I
while. I just kept dying. I'm just like, fuck this shit.
was kind of thrown off by the trailer. I wasn't sure what I was watching for a minute. I kind of thought it was Shadow of Mordor, but then I was like, a lot of the trailers saved their title for the end, and so because I was being bombarded with so many things, I'm like, okay, what the hell am I watching?
What is this? We have no idea.
Okay, 5
It's
minutes.
kind of pretty, but
What
what
the
is
fuck
this?
is Tacoma?
So we have 5 minutes left until the Bethesda press conference. Ori and the Blind
Right,
Forest.
Right.
Anybody else? Ori and the Blind Forest.
No.
I heard great things about the first one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably get the first one and look into it. I know a lot of people who liked it, but that could be something. I just think the art style is really unique for that game,
Yeah.
so that's gonna be
I have something
a good topic.
I want to make sure we can talk about real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anthem.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. Yeah, that's the only thing left.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Anthem
Anthem.
is-
I'm sorry, but that trailer gave me the feels again, the kind of feels that Destiny gave me when we first were being overly hyped about it. So that did make me obviously instantly cautious, but
Yeah.
it sold me. I mean, I bought into that. I want to play that game. Like, I'm really into
In a
that.
nutshell, the only way I can explain this is it's like Division, but like Destiny theme. Because it's like third person.
To me-
you have technology and stuff, and then, but then it's like open world kind of theme, kind of Destiny theme in
Right.
the future.
It seemed like Destiny meets like Iron Man
Oh,
meets like a little bit of like I don't know, like a Titanfall almost feel to it, like or something. I don't know what that was, but
Right.
it was huge, like very
Gonna
open
be
world in a
interesting.
way that we haven't seen in games for a while. I'm thinking like those kind of games,
Mhm.
and like I said, it gave me that feeling that Destiny 1 originally gave me when it was so sold to us and overhyped.
The hype train. But
Wasn't
Anthem
even
does
that
good,
hype
and it's
train. It
also
was just the beta.
BioWare.
The beta
I
made
love
Destiny
BioWare.
amazing. But then you just
BioWare's
realize that
awesome.
the beta was the whole game, unfortunately.
Yeah, but BioWare makes good games. So
They do.
that definitely makes me a little more hopeful that this won't be like another
See,
Destiny debacle.
The thing that made me like say holy shit was that he was flying around, the world. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
First of all, I hope you can fly everywhere on the map that you can see, right? And then he goes underwater. I'm like, holy shit, he's
Right.
fucking underwater, and it's like another
Yeah.
open world.
I made the same comment.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I really like the.
It should be a
Under
really
the
good
sea.
game, especially by BioWare. I mean,
Under the sea.
Right. For real though, like who's gonna end up being Doomfist now though? I mean that's like what's going on? Sorry, that's
I
just
still
gonna be
say
my...
Terry Crews.
Oh my god.
We can talk more about.
I would support Samuel L. Jackson.
Right.
I think Samuel L. Jackson needs to
I'm
go
doing
to hell.
motherfucking fist.
They're gonna have to throw some cards out there for us to chew on now.
Gotta be Terry Crews.
Maybe we'll
I'm
get
sorry.
another like Sombra ARG, but for figuring out.
Maybe they're gonna get the
Doomfist.
entire cast of the Expendables to voice like all the new voice characters in Overwatch.
So and like they all
They
just
get
talk
Arnold
in
Schwarzenegger to
unison.
voice Doomfist.
That's
Can you see that?
racist.
That is extremely racist. I didn't want to say something though.
All
Are
right,
you just
guys,
trying
we
to
have 1 minute.
Are you trying to whitewash Doomfist, Dregs? Is that what's
No.
going on here? Are you whitewashing Doomfist?
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna end the
How
podcast right here.
dare you.
And we'll see you guys later.
For part 2.